got to be the best lightsaber fight in the history of Star Wars movies.
It wasn't lost on me that all throughout the original trilogy, you've never seen Jedi at their prime fighting. You saw Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader. Darth Vader now kind of getting up there in age. And in Empire, it's Luke, who's a kid who's never really done this before, has just sort of started his training fighting against Vader, who's not really going at him particularly hard. Now you go to a situation where you have two Jedi that are in their prime against this baddie that is supposed to be also at his prime, just going at it. It was clear that the choreography had to be something really very dramatic and special because the expectations would be pretty high for this.
There is in fact one rule. You can lose a limb. So if I can cut your head off, but you can cut my leg off, you have to defend your head. And so that determines if they've got their back turned, look at where their saber will be going. The fact that it was a double-ended lightsaber in fact helped us because you can maneuver the thing quicker if you're against two people. We were interested as well in breaking it in half, only because there's only so much you can do with a quarterstaff. After Qui-Gon gets killed and Obi comes through, it did have to be more intense. I mean, technically, Obi would have remained the same in that fight. But we wanted to show that, that they had passion.
There's also a wonderful little moment right before the electron beam opens. Ewan, he's just sort of anticipating the door's about to open and he's sort of bouncing up and down a little bit. That wasn't directed. That was just what Ewan was doing to kind of psych himself up for the take about to start. But George liked it so much that he included that in there.
We rehearsed it so much. Me and Liam and Ray, and then especially the bit after Liam's down, where me and Ray, we just had it so well rehearsed. They were having to over-crank the camera to slow it down a bit because we were so fast. I'm not joking. It's usually the opposite. They under-crank the camera to speed it up a bit. But we were doing it so fast they thought no one's going to believe it, so they slowed it down a little bit. We were young and on fire, it's just, and it was the first movie and we just got really good at it. We didn't hurt each other, we just could see what was happening, it was like that. It was a blur, it was so good fun to do. And I think it set the bar quite high, and I don't know that anyone's ever got better. What do you think?